Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm Adriana, and I've got a reading for you this week, an intuitive reading about your journey. We're starting with the Lynx card, Secrets. I really love this card, so pretty. The sense I'm getting from this card is that you're in a mode of observation, a watching mode. And the advice of this card is to be careful about what you say and to also be careful about what you don't say. In a word, discernment. There are so many layers and so many different facets to what you're looking at. This card really displays that well. You've got lots of different levels of woman in here. So be aware of what you're seeing, but don't feel like you have to let everything out all at once. Keep some of that truth in because you maybe don't have the whole piece of the puzzle yet. You don't have the whole puzzle yet. Let's get into some tarot cards for you. Okay, we start the week. Oh, interesting. Start the week with the Devil. Helpful energy, Father of Feathers. And challenging energy, Death. Okay. Merry Christmas, right? Okay, let's tap into what they're talking about. You know, these two cards go together for me. The Devil is all about seeing through illusions, understanding that there are ways of looking at the world which may be making your perception a little bit off. Perhaps some of the things you believed before that caused you to see things a certain way, they're not fitting anymore. And the Devil asks us to challenge those perceptions and to look deeper, to look beyond the surface. The Devil is saying to you, the Devil card, not the Devil. The Devil card is saying to you, some of these perceptions have literally chained you in. They've locked you in, and you are unable to either break out of them in a way that's constructive for you, or you've really limited either your perspective, your growth, or what you feel is available to you because of these limiting beliefs, because these limits. You see, these two birds are chained here. They should be, it's a hearkening back to a different card. They should be joined in marriage out of the free will of their hearts, but they find themselves chained together. So we may also be looking at obligations, an obligation to someone, creating a thought pattern that leads to an energy pattern and an action, which does not feel good. You know, when we do things out of obligation, it tends not to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, it's very likely that it's not serving our highest good. And that brings us to the next card, Father of Feathers. Watch your actions. It's time for big action. It's if you've been thinking about making a big move, it's time to make that big move. Keep in mind that you will still want to listen to what's going on around you. If you're not agreeing with it, that's okay, but you need to keep your ear to the ground. Again, I'm drawing back to this card here. The secrets, there's more below the surface. There's more. And sometimes this card can get in trouble because he thinks he knows it all. But keep looking, even though you need to take a big action right now. This action that you need to take almost feels like a leap of faith. It doesn't feel like something you're going to ruminate over for a long time or hem and haw. It's kind of just like, nope, we need to go this direction. It's a split-second decision. But the thing is it catapults you out of those chains. It gets you out of those limitations. So I see you kind of breaking out and stepping beyond where these limitations have tried to keep you small. Let's go back here to the Death card. The Death card is challenging because death in this situation right now is synonymous with transformation. And in order to let go of a limiting perception or a limit in general, there has to be a shift. There has to be a transformation of perception, of belief. And you're going to want to hold on to the old thing. You're going to want to be stuck in this illusion here. You know, silly example for myself, when I went off to college, I went by myself, obviously, and the first time I saw my parents again, I was shocked because they seemed different. They seemed they seemed more fallible to me. I could see mistakes that they were making. And previously, before I'd gone to college, I thought that my parents knew everything and did everything perfectly and were right and all these things. That was an interesting perception. But when I saw them that first time after I'd been at college, and it was just like, oh, they're human too. That they don't exist on this pedestal. And sometimes it's hard to let people come off of pedestals, especially, if it's a new relationship or it's someone that you've admired for a long time. It's hard to let them come off. But if you resist that, you're going to be stuck. And if you're stuck, then you're not growing. And then actually death does occur because then you're not growing. I know that you want to move out of this. I know you want to break free of this illusion. I know you don't want this other thing, but whatever you're not willing to let go, there runs the danger of staying in this energy here. And let me let it get a little bit more. Oh, lovely. So that's the card I was talking about. No, actually, no, I'm lying. This is connected to the Lover's card, but it's similar. We've got 2 of Cups and we've got the Hermit. So the Hermit is saying, let me ask what he's saying. Hang on. Carefully consider your relationships. Carefully consider the relationships you find yourself in. Are you approaching them as an equal? Are you approaching them as a little bit underneath? Are you approaching them from above? Are you approaching all your relationships from an equal footing? And when you do so, are you finding the mutual benefit comes back to you? Are you finding that ecstasy and joy that comes from the sharing without pretense of yourself and then receiving the honest reaction of someone else, the honest sharing of someone else's soul? The Hermit is wanting that, the honest sharing of souls back and forth. And it's asking you to really be truthful and really be honest with what you're seeing. I know holidays are tricky times for a lot of us. And sometimes because of the stress and because of how we're brought so close together, you're seeing things that maybe you didn't want to see. And the Hermit is saying it's okay to see these things. And it's also okay to ask for more. It's also okay to really be open and to be honest, but to see the 2 of you as equal and to feel that give and take between the 2 of you. If it's not there, something's out of balance and something needs to be shifted. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. It was so great to see you today, and I will look forward to seeing you in the new year. I can't wait for 2022. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.